Hi everyone! So I was watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians the other night and I really enjoyed Khloe's makeup. I thought it was so beautiful, so I decided to recreate it. So here we are, the catfish. So I'm just hydrating my face with the Morphe Luminous Setting Spray. This really helps keep the face dewy, which I love, and it's so cheap compared to the Tatcha spray, and it does the same thing, to be honest. So now I'm going to go in with this face primer from Lauramercier, and it's got a bit of shimmer in it and glow. And yeah, I just found this in my drawer and I thought, you know what? I forgot how good this was. So I'm just going to go in and rub it all in with my fingers so that, yeah, my skin just gets real hydrated because it's so dry at the moment. Then we're going to go in with these illuminating eye gel pads from patchology. Oh my god, I can't even talk. Yeah. So yeah, I just pop these under the eye and it just helps hydrate that area. So once you pop your makeup, it just helps everything sink in so flawlessly and keeps your under eyes hydrated and not creasy. So now I'm going to go in with the Savannah Rose Cosmetics Brow Butter in the shade Dark Brown, my OG fave. And I'm using the Savannah Rose Cosmetics Brow Brush as well. One side spoolie and one side angled, my absolute fave. I have mentioned this a few times already. But if you want to create those feather-like strokes, this is the brush you have to get, and product too. Look how effortlessly I am drawing my brows on. So good. Now I'm going to set that all in using the Savannah Rose Cosmetics Brow Soap. So like I said, if you like that feathered look, this is for you. Although I think she's sold out on the website at the moment. Waiting for her to restock so I can grab more. Look at the difference, you guys. Wow. So now I'm going to carve out my brow using the P. Louise. I can't talk tonight. I'm so sorry. P. Louise base in Rimmer number 3. And I'm using this concealer brush from Napoleon Purtis, one of my faves, just to carve it out and just to make everything look neat. I just noticed there was like a bump on my eyelid. I don't know if it was like dirt or... It actually wasn't. It was like a little pimple. No, I think it's called Amelia when you get like little bumps on your eyes. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but anyways, no biggie. Now I'm going to go in with the Anastasiabeverlyhills Soft Glam Palette, and the shade I'll be using today is Noir. So this really black shade. I think this is the blackest eyeshadow I own, and I absolutely love it for smoky eye. And just grabbing this Designer Makeup Tools fluffy brush. I actually don't know the code to it, I'm so sorry. But yeah, just creating this winged smoked effect on the outer corner. And sort of just shading it upwards slightly. Going back and forth and building that colour up. And now I'm going to go in the inner corner, doing a very similar thing, not joining the two together. This technique is really good for hooded eyes. So if you've got a smaller eyelid, this technique here is really good. So you just don't look like you're a panda with panda eyes. So yeah, now I've just got a brush, making sure there's no product on it, and just blending it out, giving it that seamless blend, and going in circular motions, just very lightly. Now going back with the first brush I was using and building up the product once again. The good thing about blending your eyeshadow is that if you do blend it out too much, you can always go back and build up the color. So I'm just focusing on the inner parts of the shadow so that the outer parts still look blended. Getting that fluffy brush with no product on it once again and just blending it in. Now I'm going to go in with the Jar Cosmetics, what is this called? The Crushed Pigment Pot and the shade Ice It. So it's a really nice silver with like a tinge of like blue, but it's more silver when you look at it. And look how pigmented it is. And I love applying it using the finger. I think it just creates a more pigmented shadow in comparison to using a brush. So yeah, just filling it in, but blending it all together. And then I'm going to grab a fluffy brush, a flat fluffy brush, and just seamlessly blend it in without adding any product, just sort of moving the product back and forth and patting it. Now I'm going to get that black shadow. I think I just had a bit of excess on my brush and I've just started blending it just where I had blended it before, just so that you can sort of see the black still. I'm like, ew, I don't like that bit there. But you know what? In makeup, you make mistakes and you just roll with it. You know what I mean? Bam, that looks better. I love it. Yeah, I try not to stress too much about making the eyes look absolutely symmetrical. Like, no one's going to sit there and be like, oh my God, your eyes aren't symmetrical. As long as the overall look looks great at the end, that's all. That's all you got to really worry about. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay 24/7 liner. Now, this is a really good liner for the waterline if you want a really black liner that does not come off. Like, this stuff, you guys, stays on your lid for days. It's so good, and it really makes your eye color, like the white bit in your eye, pop, and it doesn't irritate your eyes. I find some eyeliners irritate my eyes and I get bloodshot red eyes, but this one doesn't. So yeah, you can purchase it from Mecca, and I've been using it for about 4 years now. Now I'm just going to grab a makeup wipe and just clean off the edges, making it look really sharp, giving you that cat eye effect. So now I'm just going to add some of that liner, but on the inner corner as well as the outer corner. Then I'm going to go in with that black shadow once again, and I'm just going to smudge it out, creating a smoky bottom eye. And I'm also bringing it upwards, joining the outer corner and the inner corner, if you know what I mean. I really like how it's looking here. It looks so good. And yeah, always make sure you join the bottom and the top, just so there's no gaps. So now I'm going to grab the crushed paint pot once again in the same shade, but this time I'm going to grab a brush just so I can pop it right in the middle there precisely. I think with my finger it'd get a bit messy, so I just got this little brush and just popping it right in the center, just so that the top can sort of reflect the bottom as well. Now I'm going in with this Benefit Cosmetics roller liner. It's the best felt tip liner. If you are after a really black felt tip liner that doesn't fade and that doesn't move, this is the best one. And as you can see, I'm just stamping it on. And it's so black. I love it. Bam. And then now I'm going to smoke that out, but I'm going to be using the black eyeshadow once again, because we're creating a very smoky eye. And if you have hooded eyes, honestly, who said you can't have a smoky eye? So yeah, I'm going in with this foundation now. So this foundation is from Tartecosmetics, and it is the Shape Tape, but the face Shape Tape. And yeah, it's the foundation, and it is in the shade 36S Medium Tan Sand. So just blending it in with my Savannah Rose lavender sponge, my absolute favorite. And I like damping it first as well. So now I'm going in with the Too Faced Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer in the shade Nude. And I'm just popping it like so, just to really make the eyes pop. And I suggest getting a really light concealer if you are creating a look like this. Now I'm just drinking my peppermint tea. And yeah, we're going to blend it out now. And I think I put too much product near the eyes, and I'm just really worried I'm going to stuff it up. So I'm being really careful here. And yeah, I like to be honest with the mistakes I make. Even though I've got 6 years worth of experience, you know, you still come across issues. You still make mistakes, or, you know, things happen. So don't be too hard on yourself, especially if you're a beginner. So I'm just using the bottom rounded edge to blend it in with my foundation. And that's one thing I love about this sponge. It's got the pointy end and the rounded end. And look how effortlessly that is blending into the foundation. It's so beautiful. Yeah, just really show you guys that it's a pointy sponge. Okay, so now I've grabbed a clean foundation brush just to really clean up the edges, and this really helped get in there, and so there wasn't any harsh concealer lines. Blending the rest of my foundation in. I may as well using this brush, and then I'm going to go in with my sponge on top. Now I am just blending out my nose highlight using the sponge again. Okay, so now I want to go in with concealer. Now I actually just ordered this and it was too dark for my under eyes, so I decided to try it out and use it as a contour, but with the contour it is probably like half a shade darker than my foundation, so it's not as dark as I thought it would be, but you know what, it'll do. It looks really good on the nose for contour. On the cheeks and the outer parts of my face you can't really see it, but we'll be going in with bronzer anyways, so yeah, see how you can't really see it, but once we pop the bronzer on it will blends in well. So but anyways, it is a really good concealer. It's a hyaluronic creamy concealer and it's in the shade medium dark 125N. anything with the word hyaluronic in it, honestly, just hydrates your skin. So yeah, and honestly, Colourpop Cosmetics are so cheap, so that's why I got it online. So now I'm going to go in with this NYX Cosmetics cheek tint. Now this is really cute. Like, look at it. It's in the shade Baby Doll, but yeah, it applies like so, but watch how well it blends. Same, using the same sponge. Look at it, you guys. There is no streaks and it blends so well. So if you're going to do this technique, make sure you don't apply any powder to your face yet, and make sure that you're using all liquid based products or cream based products before adding powder, because then you'll look really cakey and really streaky. I love doing it on my nose too, just give you that sun-kissed look. And then I like to add the excess to my chin and forehead, just so it just looks like one whole painted beat. So now I'm going to go in with this NARS Orgasm X highlighting palette and going in with this highlighting blush, and just going to highlight the brow bone. Now initially I was like, oh, I put too much, but I just used my finger to blend it out and it ended up looking good. So you guys, don't be scared to use your fingers. I feel like your fingers can blend things in seamlessly. You don't always need a brush. Yeah, I went too far down on that one, but look, bam, all fixed, all fixed. So now I'm going to go in with a bullet brush and I'm going to just highlight the inner corners of my eye. I really like doing this technique on a smoky eye, especially with my hooded eyes. It just opens up the eye. And I'm just going to blend it out, so it's not too like, it was just like two little dots. So just so it looks blended. So now I'm going to be using the Savannah Rose Cosmetics eyelashes. I've just popped them on because my camera died, but these are the style Can't Deal, and look how amazing my eyes look. Honestly, they were just a cherry on top. I had already put modern mascara on. I just wanted to show you guys. So that was the Hourglass Ultra, no, what's it called? It's the Caution Mascara in Ultra Black. So now I'm going to go in with maccosmetics, and this is one of my favorite blushes. It's in the shade Gingerly, and it's a really nice peach blush, and I think anyone could really use this if you're lighter skin, lighter to medium skin tone. It'll look really good on you. So now we're going to go in with the Benefit Cosmetics Hoola Bronzer. I don't know, I was getting excited, I think, because it was almost the end of this look and it was coming together so nicely. So yeah, just with a blush brush, I am just popping that on. And yeah, I'm just popping it down the sides of my cheeks, down to the bottom of my chin. And I haven't done that in a while. But yeah, that technique really creates an illusion of a slimmer face. And I'm like, I used to do this when I had a slim face, and now that my face is wider, I don't really do it. So yeah, I remembered to do it. So now I'm just going to contour my nose and just bringing that powder up towards the brows, just so it all looks blended and seamless. And so it looks like my nose is part of my face, not detached. If you notice, I keep blowing my brush. I think this is a habit I've recently started doing for some reason, but yeah, I just do it when I'm applying my own makeup and using my own products. So just letting you know, when I use this on clients, or if you are thinking of becoming a makeup artist, do not do this in front of your clients. Very unprofessional and unhygienic. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with this Benefit Cosmetics Velvet Powder, and it is so good for under the eyes, you guys. I've been using this for so long now, and yeah, it says it's a velvet powder foundation, and it's in the shade number 3, and oh, look at that. It just sets my under eyes, and I don't get any creasing, and oh, it's just so good. Now, I bought this recently. So this is the colourpopcosmetics No Filter Setting Loose Powder in the banana shade, and yeah, I'm about to try it out. So I think, so they did have other shades, but I think if you are a medium skin tone, or if you like to tan a lot, you could use this setting powder, no problem. And honestly, these products from Colourpop are so cheap. I think I got it for maybe $9, but that's US dollars, so it does go up a little bit, but still so cheap. But yeah, when I was applying it here, I was like, oh my god, so smooth and so fine, and I really like that banana shade. It doesn't wash my face out as much, so really loving it. Just setting my forehead as well. I find that's where I get shiny a bit, and on my chin. Okay, so now I'm just getting a brush. I'm just going to sweep off the excess. So I was like shook. I was like, whoa. I literally have no pores. Like, that powder was so good. I highly recommend it. I just couldn't get over it. Look, I just keep staring at myself. So now I'm going to go in with that Orgasm X palette again from NARS, and I'm just going to highlight the bridge of my nose. I really like using this flat side because it just gives me a really straight line, and I don't have to think about it too much. It's just so effortless. And then I use my finger to do the little exclamation dot on the tip of my nose, and then the fluffy end for my cheekbones. I've been doing highlighter since I started, which was 6 years ago, and honestly, I'm just never going to get over it, I don't think. I'm going to be 80 still highlighting my face. I'm doing the forehead as well, just to give myself that extra glow. If you have textured skin, which I do a little bit, but yeah, if you have heaps of pores, I would say try cream highlighting instead of powder, or better yet, just steer away from it. Yeah, that's just a little tip. So now I'm going to use this lip liner. I thought I'd do something different. I always use my MAC Spice one, but today I'm using the Kat Von D lip liner in the shade Lolita. And yeah, I forgot about this lip liner I had. It's such a beautiful shade, and because today we want to go for like a nudie pink shade, so I thought, why not use something different? So here is a lip palette I ordered online. I've never used it. It's from Designer Makeup Tools, and I decided to go with this color here. And I'm just dabbing it on my lip, and I thought this is a really good palette for your kit. Let's say you have a client who is going to a festival and they want like a crazy color, like a blue, or you know, you can create your own nude color using the white, yellow, and another pink. So yeah, you can just have a lot of fun with it. Then I'm going to go in with this lip gloss. This is from NYX Cosmetics It's a butter gloss and it's in the shade Madeline. I am pretty sure, that's just a guess, but I will link everything down the bottom, so make sure you check that out if I talk too fast or if I missed anything. Then I'm going to spray the Morphe spray once again, so the luminous spray, and that brings us to the end of this look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this look. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!